Hi Oracle Database fans, this is shoaib, and in this video we are going to see how to create an Oracle database manually. Okay, so to create Oracle database manually, first we have to create an instance. So what is instance? Instance is nothing but a service which provides a connectivity between Oracle user and database. So instance related with some components that are parameter file, password file, SG, that is memory area for Oracle, and background processes. So these are the components related with instance. So let's move to the steps. So I'm keeping my database name test. Okay. So first step is to create parameter file and setting up some required parameters in the parameter file. So we have to make our parameter file at the default location where Oracle reads the SP file or P file, that is Oracle Home DBS. So let's move to that location. So this is the default location where we have to keep our parameter file, Oracle Home DBS. So whenever you are starting up your instance will automatically search your parameter file in this location only, that is Oracle Home DBS. So let's make here our parameter file. So first I will make a simple file using test command. Here you ch touch init test.org. Okay, fine. So this is our file. So another thing is, whenever you are creating your parameter file, you have to keep your parameter file name in this format only, that is init instance name.org. So whenever you are starting up your instance, it will automatically identify the parameter file with this format only, that is init instance name.org. So I'm keeping my instance name test. So as my database name will be test, so I'm keeping my instance name also test. So now I have to open the file and set some required parameters. So let's get init test.org. So okay. So guys, as you can see here, I already set up all the required parameters here. So these are the required parameters you have to put in your parameter file whenever you are creating your database. So the first parameter is database name. In this parameter, you have to specify your database name, as I am keeping my database name test. So next parameter is DB block size. Here you have to specify the block size 8192. I'm keeping my block size 8192, that is 8 KB. Okay, the next one is SGA target. SGA is nothing but Oracle memory area. Here you have to specify the size for memory, Oracle memory area. That is, I'm specifying here 150 MB. Okay, so the next one is undo management equal to auto. I'm keeping my undo management automatic. So the next parameter is undo table space. Here you have to specify your undo table space name. So I'm keeping my undo table space name, that is undo TBS1. You can keep any name here. So the next parameter is control files. In this parameter, you have to specify your control file location. So as I'm keeping my database name test, so I want to keep my control files in test directory. On OPT home, I'll make a directory that is test, and in test directory, I want to keep my all control files. So here I'm specifying 2 control files. You can specify 3 or more control files here. Okay, so whenever you are executing your create database command, it will automatically create your control files at this location with this name. Okay, so then you have to specify the locations for ADEM, BDEM, CDEM, and UDEM. Okay, so as I'm keeping my database name test, so I'll make a directory test, and in test directory I'll keep my ADEM, BDEM, CDEM, and UDEM directories. So these are the required parameters you have to set while you're creating a parameter file. So let's save it. Right click. Save. So the next step is to create your password file at the same location. So let's go ahead. Now I'll make password file. file equal to pw test. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, this is our password file. So what is this command? pwd file equal to, here you have to mention your password file name. So pw test. So here I am keeping my password file name, as you can see here, test. Okay, so you can keep any name. I mention here database name, my database name test. So I'm specifying here my database name test. So it is just to identify that this password file is concerned with test database. So you can keep any name here, and then you have to specify your password. Password equal to test. I have specified my password. I'm giving here password test. You can give any password. Okay. So far you have created our parameter file, password file at the default location, that is Oracle Home DBS. So the next step is to make the required directories on OS level. So what are the required directories to make? That are, so let's read our parameter file. So guys, as I have mentioned on OPT Home, this is a common location. So on OPT Home, I have mentioned the test directory. So I have to make this directory on OS. So let's go. I am on OPT Home. So mkdir test test. Okay. So let's see. This is our directory. Okay. So in test directory, I have mentioned here 4 directories that are ADEM, BDEM, CDEM, and UDEM. So guys, I have to make these 4 directory in test directory. So let's move to test directory. TWD. I am in test directory, so I have to make these 4 directories: ADEM, BDEM, CDEM, UDEM. Okay. Okay, guys, these are the 4 directories I have made in test directory as I specify in the parameter file. So we have created our required directories on OS, that is all. So now we can up our instance. So now we are ready to up our instance. So let's go ahead. SID, here you have to specify your instance name, that is test. SQL plus /6DBA. So connected to an idle instance. So let's start up. So guys, can I start up now? No, because we do not have any control files and data files. So we just have parameter file. So in this case, we can only go with no mount. So it's fine. So whenever you are starting up your instance, how it will read your parameter file, I will show you just to verify. Show the parameter control. Okay, so control file, this is the parameter, and this is the values for the parameter file which I specified while creating our parameter file. So as I hope you understood that how instance will read your parameter file whenever you start up your instance. So the next thing to say is, whenever you are starting up your instance, it will automatically open your memory area, that is system global area. As we have discussed that SGA is related with instance, so whenever you are starting up your instance, it will automatically open your SGA area, DB buffer, log buffer, as we can see here, DB buffer, log buffer. So guys, then the another component which related with instance, that is background processes. So whenever you are starting up your instance, it will automatically start your background processes as well. So our processes, we have to go to the BDEM. So in BDEM, Oracle keeps the alert file. By monitoring the alert file, we can see our background processes. So first I will see the location of BDEM, parameter, background. So guys, as you can see here, background dump disk. This is the location which I specified in the parameter file. So in bdump instance will keep your alert file. So go to that location, cd test bdump. So guys, as you can see here, this is the alert file. To monitor it, tail -of alert. So guys, as you can see here, instance is already started our background processes. So as I said that whenever you are starting up your instance, it will automatically open your memory area and it will automatically start your background processes. As you can see here, PSPO, PMON, and MAN, writer, checkpoint, where. So I hope you understood how instance will up its components. So our instance is ready with all its components. So let's move to create database now. So I don't want to write my whole command on SQL. So I will just make a script to create database. I will just make a script and I will execute the same script on SQL. So let's go. First, make a simple file. If you want to execute the whole command on SQL, you can go with that. So I'm using the script. It is quite easy for me to execute. Okay. So data, any file name, data. Okay, data. Open it, and here you have to write your create database command. Okay, so I already wrote the command to create database here, as you can see here, guys. So what is the actual command? I will explain you. Create database name. Here you have to mention the database name which you are specifying in the parameter file under the parameter db name. Show parameter name. So as you can see here, I specified db name equal to test. So I have to mention here test only. So I cannot change here. While creating database, you cannot change the database name. You have to keep the same name which you have specified in the parameter file. So create database name, data file. First data file you have to specify, that is system. So for system, I'm specifying 100M. Specifying some more steps for system, as you know that system table space keeps all the default objects of the database, that is tables, fields, senior names. So I'm keeping it bigger in size, that is 100M. And I'm keeping here auto extend on next M, auto extend. So the next file is sysocks data file. Here you have to mention the location. So as my database name is test, so I'm keeping all my data files and log files and control files in test directory only. So OPT home test, sysocks data file, size equal to this, auto extend, undo table space name. Here you have to specify the undo table space name which was specified in the parameter undo table space. Show parameter undo. So guys, as you can see here, I have specified undo table space name this, so I have to specify the same name while you're creating your database. So we cannot change the name, we cannot give one name while you're creating parameter file, and we cannot give the another name while you're creating your database. So you have to keep the same name while you're creating the database which you have specified in the parameter file. So undo tbs1. So I have to specify the same name here, undo tbs1. Okay. So undo table space name, data file location, data file name, size equal to 40M. So I'm not keeping the undo table space much bigger, only 40 MB. So as the undo table space only keeps the undo segments which Oracle uses for rollback purpose, so we do not have to mention the much size for undo table space, and we do not have to mention the auto extend for it. So the next one is default, temporary table space, temp file. This is, so I'm keeping my temp file also in test directory, in temp file name, size. As you know that temporary table space Oracle used for long executions and similar user activities. So finally you have to mention two log files. Log file equal to group, log file, group 1, location, file name, size, this size. Group 2, location, file name, size equal to 10. So to enhance the performance of the database, we have to keep the same size for all log files. So here, guys, I am specifying only two log files. So every database, whenever you are creating database, every database should have two or more log files. When you are creating database, you should make at least two log files or more log files. So here I am specifying only two log files. You can create 3 or 4 log files on those. So this is the script to create the database. So this is the actual command to create the database. So finally I put here / to execute our script. So just save it, right quit. Let's see our script. So this is our script. Okay. So this script is OPT home on OPT home. So I have to just execute this script, pwd. So oops, I'm on OPT home only. So ls. So guys, as you can see here, this is our file. So I just have to execute this. Okay, and copy paste. Copy paste. Now first you will create your control files and then it will mount the database, then it will create your data file. So you can see here cd test. Okay, so guys, our files are coming here. As I mentioned, all the control files, data files and video log files, the location is test, so all the files are creating in test. So control files, ls, so our data files coming here, as you can see here. So whenever you are executing the create database command, what actually happen in the background is, first it will create the control files which you have specified at the location which you have specified in the parameter file. So as you can see here, I have specified these names, so Oracle automatically create with these names which you have specified in the parameter file. So after creating the control files, it will mount the database, then it will create all your related data files, that is system, undo, sysops, okay, then radio log files. Then it will open the database, then it will create some default users. Good. Our database is created. So let's see our data files. So guys, as you can see here, system, undo, sysops, and let us see your log files. So these are log file groups, as you can see here, OPT home, test, redo 1, redo 2. Okay. So our database is created. Now we have to just execute this script. Finally we have to run this script. So all the scripts Oracle keep in Oracle home RDBMS admin. In this directory, Oracle keeps all the scripts, default scripts. So we have to run this script. First script is catalog. Catalog means information. So while running this script, it will automatically create all the information, related information, entire related information related to the database. That is tables, views, names, etc. So Now I will run. I will just copy this. Copy. Paste. So it's running here. So guys, it will take some time. So guys, as you can see here, our first script is completed successfully. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is, so I have to execute the second script now. Copy, paste. Okay. By executing this script, Oracle will create all the default packages and procedures related to the database. So this is the second script. It will take some more time compared to the first script. So guys, as you can see here, our next script is also completed successfully. So our database creation is completed. So just to verify, select name, open mode from $, database. Okay, so as you can see here, our database name is test and it is in read-write mode. Okay, so this is all about how to create your database manually. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.